hey, 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 hey. Hey, hey. Woo. Hey, plus size baddie. Let's see how I can do this. Hey, Willie, Willie, Willie. Y'all ready to talk about what we saw today? What we think YELLABEEZY get that bond reduction? Hey, Christopher. Hey. Please hit the like button on your way in. Please and thank you. Y'all already know. I'm looking at, ooh-wee, what I thought. Y'all, we gonna look at it and analyze it together? I wonder how can I do this now? What y'all think? Yes. Did them say he was one up? Say that again, plus size baddie. Did them say he was one of? Hey, stop playing. I meant to send you the link. I didn't think you was gonna get it. I need to find an old video with Leticia in it. She said somebody blocked her. And I can't find her name on the block list. So Leticia, if you listen, I need for you to go to the comment section on one of the videos yesterday or the day before. So I can give you a mod stick, or I can't find you. I've been watching your page and I've been watching your page and had the TV wait. You knew I was coming. Yeah, I seen some things. I heard some things. Y'all come on, do right, because I definitely don't want to cam up today. I am tired. I'm tired. Did you hear them say he was one of oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've been trying to tell you. I've been trying to tell us. Yeah. I told y'all he gonna have to give up some folk. He got a reduction though. Big Mama. Woo, Big Mama, she went in there and she played that system, didn't you? She know the system and she played it. She called her homegirl Judge Maybelline. She said, Judge, I need a favor. She phoned a friend. She called the judge. While he in there playing on that paperwork, thinking it's a joke, and she still let him. I guess he was asking for less than that. I don't know. Well, which one is it, nigga? Are you broke? Are you paid? Shit, Diddy went in there saying, listen, I'll give you 150 mil to let me out. Diddy ain't went in there not one time playing broke, busted, and disgusted. Yeah. I ain't gonna even lie. I need to come up because I got some jokes, baby. He went in there, her look all hulled out. I done seen people in jail and stuff. What's his name? Young Thug. Every time he went to court, his hair, I can remember, straight drop. Justin Johnson. I said, do they got a beautician or hairstylist in there? Did he just get some ponytails and some pom-poms and shit? You know, did he just get a triple trim and shit? And he come in there looking hold the fuck out. Is Trap them not putting no money on your books? What we doing? Huh? Okay, with that blonde Granny said if he had the money, he'll be out, wouldn't he? Don't nobody want to be locked up in that funky ass gym. Them folk know that's my grandson. Yeah. Letting my people go. Looking ass. Baby. Huh? Yeah, I heard a couple of things. That's, you know, and I thought about something too, man. They done sit out there, listen. Ooh, I thought of something. Do I need to say it now? I need to wait till they get my likes up so I get some support. You know, this was heavy, y'all. I answered once. What you say? Questions will be answered once Cash App is sent. There you go. There you go. Stop playing. And when you see it, say, call their asses out. Because, baby, this is my first time in what's the day? I mean, what year is it? 2021, 2022. First time in 3 years, I have not gotten a check from YouTube. First time. So yeah, you got what you say, stop playing, say you just need to sit back and enjoy the show. Yeah. But yeah, I heard some things. I heard some things. And it's definitely more than one person. And some, you know, I was listening to some people, you know, either they ain't been around since the beginning or they done forgot. Cause if memory serves me, do I need to cam up y'all? Do I need to show my face and talk so y'all can read my facial expressions and shit? I sure don't want to. I need some rest. But listen, long time ago, they said, Hitman, you stolen Dodge Charger. When Kewon, after Kewon had shot his homie lover friend or man, girl, YouTube stop paying you. Yeah, I'm not monetized. They play the game. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. That's why we asked for to support the tea so it can keep on brewing. Since y'all didn't want to go to the other page and let me get that one monetized. Yep. So listen, I remember a long time ago, baby, stop playing, is not playing with y'all. She said, hit the like button. It takes too much time to research. And she said, even the ones in the bushes. Shout out to stop playing. Thank you, Precious. I greatly appreciate it. But yeah, I remember a long time ago, Kewon, girlfriend, boyfriend, I mentioned it not too long ago because I said I didn't know if I could say him, Shim must got some good cookies, and I said, no, I can't say cookies, sausage. I guess it's sausage. I don't know. She was the one. Okay, let me play it so I can tell y'all what I heard when I heard it and who it is, because some of the people are speculating in some areas. So there's a proper, and then there is a confidential informant, and there's a witness. I heard all three of them. Did y'all hear all three of them? I heard all three of them. Y'all come on, get the lights up. Cause stop playing on the cool. Don't want me to start until y'all get y'all stuff together. I can tell y'all that now. Stop playing. We'll say shut the piano top, AunTeaFee. Oh. So listen. had to go put on my little house gown, you know. So listen. Hey, T-Sippers, how we doing tonight? How we doing? Did she say, please follow the rule? Oh. So listen, I heard a couple of little things. Listen, I was just... It's like, how long has some of these people been around? Y'all doing all right tonight? Like, share, and subscribe. Support the platform. AunTeaFee's Cash App is $AUNTEAFEE. They better follow the rule. And Leticia, if you out there precious, go into the comments section, like for yesterday, in the comments, so I can see your comments, and then I will then go to your page, and then I'll mod you up so that you won't be able to be blocked, okay? Because I looked for you last night. I think I fell asleep trying to find your name, and I couldn't find it, so I don't know how you blocked. And I had intended to go to some of the old ones to see if I could see your name. So it may have been by mistake, because I didn't see anybody block you. So I got it over there, and I got it right here, so I'll be able to see. Okay, precious. So listen, I listened to some stuff. I even listened to the old cat, Mr. Brown, and he was talking about MO3 could have something if he wouldn't have. And I just stopped. I said, this gonna be my first time finna talk about you, sir. Hold on. Hold on. I mean, you say some outrageous stuff sometimes, but this time you said something about MO3. Let us hear this. Let us hear this. What you said that was crazy as hell. I said, I'm gonna start with that. We gonna start there. We gonna start there. Can y'all still hear me? We gonna start there with you.
Was just released live footage on a MO3 shooting.
Can y'all hear that?
Was stepping with the AK in broad day on I-35. It appears that MO3 could have possibly prevented his death if he just would have kept driving on I-35. But for some apparent reason, MO3
can y'all hear that?
And got out the car and try to run. Check this shit out.
Can y'all hear that? Did y'all just hear what he said? He said it appeared to him that MO3 could have.
Let me tell you something. The court just released live footage on a MO3 shooting, and the stepper was stepping with the AK in broad day on I-35. It appears that MO3 could have possibly prevented his death. Let me tell you something. The court just
Can y'all hear that?
live footage on a MO3 shooting, and the stepper was stepping with
Can y'all hear that?
in broad day on I-35. It appears that MO3 could have possibly prevented his death if he just would have kept driving on I-35. But for some
it's low.
reason, MO3 stopped the car and got out the car and tried to run. Check this shit out. Let me tell you something. The court just released live footage of the MO3 shooting, and the stepper was stepping with the AK.
Can you hear it now?
On I-35. It appears that MO3. Let me tell you something. The court just released live footage of the MO3 shooting, and the stepper was stepping with the AK in broad day on I-35. It appears that MO3
Do he not know that when he drove past them, they shot the air out his tire? He didn't see the car looking crippled. Did he not know that? I mean, yeah, anybody else, everybody would have kept going if the car hadn't stopped. I mean, well, I don't know if it stopped, but the tires was blown, right? And at some point when he jerked, yeah. Do the new people not know that the tire was blown out? But let's listen.
But for some apparent reason, MO3 stopped the car and got out the car to try to run. Check this shit out.
So I heard that and I said, so you just think he stopped? You don't think there was no reason why he stopped? Hell, it looked like to me, I didn't realize it until today, that he stopped. He stopped before, MO3 stopped before Kewon, I think. We gonna look though. Long time ago, y'all. I'm trying to hear if he's gonna say something else crazy.
Why the hell did Melvin get out that car? I don't care what kind of step a MO3 thought he was. That car can serve as a shield till you get to your trap. They say he got out to hit back at the stepper, but allegedly his firearm was taken out of his vehicle by the girl that set him up. And being that MO3 was a convicted felon, he hid his pistol in some type of hidden compartment in every vehicle he was in. He had a little black box, allegedly. So Melvin got out the car to try to get to the other side of the car a little bit quicker because it was some kind of situation to get to the firearm because he was trying to hide it from authorities. He didn't know what was going down that day. But see, everybody could talk about what they would have did in that situation. And when you in that situation, you don't think logically or you don't have common sense. That's not activated. You are thinking instincts and in survival mode. If I was in that situation, I would have rammed my car into his so he would have had to shift his focus off me and put his complete focus on how the hell he finna get away if he executed me. And 9 times out of 10, he would have had to retreat because he didn't want to run on foot with that big ass gun. Now the other option,
when he ran on foot with that big ass gun, didn't he?
Situation, I would have busted U-turn on some Paul Walker, and then I would have drove on the shoulder of I-35 to the nearest exit. I know I'm finna run to some kind of authorities getting on the expressway. Somebody gonna see something, cause this hitter was coming. But getting out the car when you know these folks at your head with Dracos was crazy work. And see, the most alarming details that I just discovered while watching this video with you for the first time is I ain't know the stepper was the driver too, and he appeared to be alone. He definitely should have joined the damn army, cause he ain't even hesitating to run down MO3 on this busy I-35 expressway in broad daylight. And in other news, today the courts just decreased YELLABEEZY bond from $2 million to $750,000.
Okay.
He only got a...
Okay. I just heard him say something about MO3 should have ran them down. And I'm assuming that if his tire wouldn't have been blown out, he probably would have. Right? And so we're going to look at it. We're going to look at it, and some things I remember as I'm remembering it, I'm going to share it with my tea sippers. It's a couple of things I heard today that that I threw out yesterday. Don't go off with them. And then I also heard somebody, they didn't give me my name, but they did say that they heard it on someone else's platform. Hell, I'll take that. Okay? Okay. Hey, Scofax. What's up? What's poppin'? Hey. So I'm going to say this. Today was very revealing to me. I remembered some things, and did I learn some things? I don't know if I really learned something. Because I already assumed that, I already said that it was more than one person that put in on the bag. You know, I'm thinking TRAPBOYFREDDY and what's his name? Errol Spence. I done said who I think it is, who assisted in paying the bag. MO3 had clowned them, you know, all three of them. But I still believe that there is a possibility. Now, I know some people don't want to hear this, but I still think that the laws want to higher up, higher up. We know Beezy ain't the higher up. Hell, if he struggling to pay her that $2 million or 200,000, wow, and Granny, you know, they talk about them grannies. I ain't no granny, but hell, I would have went up there and did the same thing. You know what I'm saying? You know, shit. If I done worked and retired from the county and I was the clerk to these judges, I'd have phoned a friend. I'd have phoned a friend. I'd have phoned a friend. Okay, so ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Hell, my nephew who out there in them streets like that, when his ass was locked up and hemmed up, and I phoned a friend. Hell, how you think I found out about Ray Jackson? AunTeaFee. Huh? Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that. How you think I know he was dirty? I'm telling off on myself. Hello? Okay. How you think? So folk gonna be thinking I'm just talking and I don't know what I'm talking about. And when he hooked over my nephew, I phoned a friend. Well, no, not a friend. Not a friend. You know, I just dug deeper into my repertoire and was given highly recommended Jewish man. And they said, now listen, if you he don't want to go to the penitentiary, if he don't want to eat this up, you're gonna have to have a ish person on your team. And we did what we had to do. Okay. So I said all that to say that. That's how I know Ray Jackson. I've had to call him personally before. So anyway, and you see they don't have him, and you see he had to sit his ass in there for a long time. Yeah, because if Ray Jackson would have been out, he'd have already been in the back with the judge, rubbing, you know, playing with coochie and rubbing elbows and shit, doing whatever he needed to do. Yeah, because he was already a client, you know what I mean? Hello. Yeah. And then I was listening to somebody's bushes, baby, and some guy ran up there and said that old boy used to have a crush on old Jackie. From Lancaster. But I'm gonna move on. We're gonna listen. I said I ain't surprised. I ain't surprised. But anyway, we know he ain't the higher up. Let me get on back to that. Cause hell, he crying. He ain't got his hair rebraided. You know, young thug them. You know, they went to court. I thought they had a beautician in, you know, in his cell with him. I'm like, why his hair looked like it was just done? Did he go to the beauty shop? Not with Beezy. He looked hugged out, didn't he? Didn't he look hugged? It comes with it, baby. Where you going is gonna be just as bad. Yeah, so he ain't the higher up. You gotta play like you broke. You gotta lie on your paperwork. You gotta, even the judge said, look at here, you ain't, you know I know your mom, your granny, but you coming in here playing. So, Irma Jean, you better get your grandson. Yeah, cause the way he playing, I ain't gonna be able to help his ass. Yeah. So I think right there, that's already a conflict of interest, that she used to be a clerk in that, you know, in that office, in that building. That's a problem for me. That's a problem. That's a problem. And he done lied on his paperwork. That's a problem. Should have gave your ass a court. If you that broke, nigga, you need a court appointed attorney. Right. Right. If you broke, that's what broke people do. I thought you had houses and mansions and shit. I thought you talked about what all you had. Where is Arrow? Where is Trap? I saw he was in Killeen. He, you know what? I don't understand that. Don't none of them want to? They don't want to come close. All them folk lying talking about Jay Prince. I am. What's his name? One man band. Don't come in here spreading them lies. Talking about Jay Prince paid it. I knew he was sitting there too long. All them different hoes. His grandmother said if he had it, he would have been out by now. So listen, we gonna listen. And I don't know why folk don't think that they know who Kewon is. The boy stayed in jail. He stayed in prison. Y'all don't think that them folk know who he is? And his homie lover friend or whatever that girl name was, she the one who heard that conversation. Y'all don't remember that? Y'all better get my likes up, baby. Because who ain't gonna play tonight? It's me. I promise I'm not. I promise I'm not. I promise. Do I need to get a Bible? I'm not gonna be entertained all night tonight. Okay? So yes. That's who that is. That came out a long time ago. He had already tried to kill her, right? Right? Didn't he already shoot her? Yeah. Yeah. He had already shot what can I call her? I don't want to call her no transformer. I don't want to call her no transmission. What can I call her? A conversion. She been converted. Yeah, that's who heard the conversation while he was on the phone negotiating. Something else we need to pay with our good ear. With our good ear. Because he was, yeah, y'all remember, he was paid some money up front. He had some pictures that he had posted before. He took out and he said the bag or I got paid or, you know, whatever. He made a comment that time he had on that blue. Yeah, he got paid before. So that 40K that came out after it was successful. That was the back pay. He was paid up front. So please don't get caught up in he did a hit for 40K. No. Even if that was a portion of it, he was still paid money up front. It was that same picture that he was sitting on that counter. He had on some royal blue, I think, and he had that money in his hand on here, and you could see that Camaro on his video camera. Y'all remember that? Do y'all remember that? Yeah. So it was more than 40K. And it's more than one person involved. So y'all ready to listen? Y'all ready to go in? Y'all ready to hear this? Do I want to do it on this one? Yeah, let me do it on this one. Get my likes up. Get my likes up. Let's go, y'all. I'm finna start playing it so we can hear it and see it together. And by the time we come back, I'm gonna need about a good 15 likes. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I want this one in here. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, this one of my favorite. Yeah, this one of my favorite. I like that it stopped right here. I've been sitting this right here all day since this morning. I like this picture right here. I think it needs to be. Ooh, he was hard out, baby. When I tell you he was hard out. Ah! Baby, you better not talk about nobody, her, nobody, nothing. And I do mean nobody. I'm coming, y'all. Now, if y'all don't like supporting AunTeaFee, please don't be in my bushes and not hit the like button. Because I don't want to play with you like that. I think that's too bright. Let me slow it up. Christopher said, stop playing with my auntie. Baby, is this not her? With a little twiggy wiggy. Ooh, baby, huh? Huh? He needs to go to the beauty shop. Look at it. Look at it. This right here. This is one of my favorite. Don't you sit down. Ain't you been sitting down all day? Stand your ass up. I want to pause right here. Come on, let's go. Right? Y'all look at that. Did he not think this day was gonna come? Huh? Has he lost a little weight? You didn't like that bologna sandwich. That crunchy bologna sandwich. He ain't like that crunchy bologna sandwich, y'all. He ain't eating it. He said, Granny, you gotta give me your water. Look at that, baby. Woo, I like that Dallas County on that nigga back right here. Ooh, he got a long twig. Oh my God. This right here, y'all. This needs to be on album. Rainwater needs to put this on the back. They didn't have your back. Y'all shot MO3 in the back. Back action. Dallas County Jail. Let's go. Yeah. This needs to be on one of MO3 albums. Let's go.
Are we ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Walk on in here again.
Are we ready to proceed?
Make your grand entry.
Yes, Your Honor.
You all need to come to the crime.
Good morning, officer.
Correct. Sir, would you stand for a second?
Get your ass up.
This is cause number F2500154, South State of Texas versus, is it Marquis Conway?
Marquis.
Okay, Marquis Conway. Mr. Conway, you are here charged with the offense of capital murder while remuneration. This offense is a capital felony. You talked to your attorney about what's happening here today.
Yes, ma'am.
This case is set for a bond reduction hearing. What is the current bond, or is it a current bond?
Current bond set at $2 million, Your Honor.
How she don't know?
And your attorneys are here today asking the court to reduce your bond. You understand that's what you're saying?
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
all right, I'll see. Is the state ready to proceed?
The state's ready, Your Honor.
Baby.
Your Honor, at this time, the state would offer into evidence for the purposes of this hearing.
Yeah, I can't believe
State's
this.
Exhibit number 1, which is the PC or probable cause affidavit for KEWONWHITE. That's KEWON White, common spelling.
Whoa. For the probable, what about Kewon?
For purpose.
Felony. You talked to your attorney about what's
Probable cause for Kewon.
This case is set for a bond reduction hearing. What is the current bond, or is it a current bond?
Current bond set at $2 million, Your Honor.
And your attorneys are here today asking the court to reduce your bond. You understand that's what you're saying?
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
all right, I'll see.
Oh yeah, that's her granny, his granny's best friend.
Your Honor, at this time, the state would offer into evidence for the purposes of this hearing, State's Exhibit number 1, which is the PC or probable cause affidavit for KEWONWHITE. That's KEWON White, common spelling. State's Exhibit number 2, for purposes of this hearing, would be the probable cause affidavit for DEVINBROWN. State's Exhibit number 3 is going to be a video of the offense. State's Exhibit number 4 are going to be the bond conditions that were placed on the defendant in this case on March 21st of 2025. State's Exhibit number 5 is going to be the PSA weighted scale score that was given by Dallas County Pretrial Services on March 25th of 2025. And then State's Exhibit number 6 will be the confidential affidavit of financial condition that was filled out by the defendant. That's State's Exhibit number 6.
Lying.
No objection, Your Honor.
State's Exhibit 1 through 6 or something.
And we'd ask the court to take just judicial notice of the probable cause affidavits and having been able to review them prior to this proffer.
So noted.
Thank you, Your Honor. Based off of an agreement with defense for the purposes of this hearing, I will also proffer the following
Hey, Phyllis.
information
Proper.
to start before I forget.
Damn
The state
shame.
did
It's really
run
embarrassing for his family.
a complete criminal history
You making money now.
of the defendant,
Yep.
including
Silly rabbit.
juvenile, misdemeanor, and felony criminal history. That information was ran yesterday. The court may notice that in State's Exhibit Number 5, the PSA,
What was granted yesterday?
Dallas County Pretrial Services, a complete criminal history of the defendant, including both juvenile, misdemeanor, and felony criminal history. That information was ran yesterday. The court may notice that in State's Exhibit Number 5, the PSA.
He talking about who with the proper that agreement. Hold on, they ran. Okay, hey LP, are they saying they ran the background, even including juvenile for the person? He's talking about with the proper, right? So he's talking about Kewon.
And then State's Exhibit Number 6 will be the financial, confidential affidavit of financial condition that was filled out by the defendant. That's State's Exhibit Number 6.
No objection,
States Exhibit 1 through 6 are amended.
And we'd ask the court to take just judicial notice of the probable cause affidavits and having been able to review them prior to this proffer.
He's improper.
Thank you, Your Honor. Based off of an agreement with defense for the purposes of this hearing, I will also proffer the following information to start before I forget. The state did run a complete criminal history of the defendant, including both juvenile, misdemeanor, and felony criminal history. That information was ran yesterday. The court may notice that in State's Exhibit Number 5, the PSA from Dallas County Pretrial Services, that there is an affirmative when asked about prior convictions. I believe it specifically mentions felonies. I will represent to the court based off of all the information and reviewing all of the evidence that we have at this time. The state can find no prior misdemeanor convictions or prior felony convictions for the defendant, either as a juvenile or as an adult in the state system or the federal system.
Oh, who they talking about?
We would also proffer the following information, Your Honor. A state's witness will testify to being present for a conversation about the payment for the murder of Melvin Noble. This conversation took place in the days following Mr. Noble's murder in November of 2020. The state's witness will testify to the individuals present and involved in this conversation. The state's witness will also testify to Marquise Conway, the defendant, being present and involved in this conversation. The state's witness will testify to the amount of money that was to be paid for the murder. A state's witness will testify to the individuals responsible for the payment. That state's witness will also testify that Marquise Conway was one of the individuals responsible for a portion of that payment. A state's witness will also testify to the individual who would receive this payment. The state's witness will testify that KEYONWHITE was, in fact, the individual to receive this payment, who was originally indicted in State's Exhibit number 1, the probable cause, which is before this court. The state's witness would also testify that KEYONWHITE, or to who shot and killed Melvin Noble. This witness would also testify to KEYONWHITE being the individual who shot and killed Mr. Noble on November 11th of 2020. Again, this conversation took place in the days following Mr. Noble's murder. The state has also had an opportunity to review bank records of the defendant, MEMPHIS Conway. These records would show that the defendant drew $40,000 in the days following the murder of Melvin Noble. And for the record, that was a cash withdrawal. These records would correspond to the exact amount which the state's witness would testify to. In reviewing these records, the state also became aware and believed that they would show that the defendant had anywhere between $800 and $900, but more specifically, $870,000 between a checking account and a savings account, with one particular bank, 370 of which was in a checking account, a little over 500,000 which was in a savings account.
Is that it? That's all the money he had?
I'd like to publish to the court what's been marked as State's Exhibit number 3, which is the video of the offense. Thank you, Your Honor.
Now, before that's published, could I just address something with the prosecutor and their proffer? So it's clear from the record that as he recited the state's witness, his proffer is, that's just one witness.
Correct, Your Honor.
Multiple witnesses. And that I don't recall if the specific in the proffer was when the date that this witness reported they gave this conversation.
I do not have the specific date written down, but I know it was in the days following the offense.
Hey, Robert Hurd. Hey, Billy.
This could have taken place based off of cell phone data of when the defendant was in another state, and then when he came back to Texas. So we believe we have a time frame. As far as the exact date, I do not have at this time.
He was out of town.
Anything else?
No, Your Honor. Permission to publish, Your Honor.
Yes. You don't want the lights off?
He was out of town.
It's at the court's discretion.
Oh.
And Your Honor, this is, just for context, this is approximately noon on I-35 heading northbound. This video is taken from a Kroger 18-wheeler and this is heading north I-35 into downtown Dallas on November 11th, 2020. Now, Your Honor, if I could draw the court's attention.
He shot the tire right then. He shot that tire right then.
At 19 seconds, you see a gold sedan in the far left lane and a black sedan
Hey, Vicky.
in the second lane to the left. The gold
Like
sedan
yep.
would be the vehicle carrying the victim.
When that car jerked, that's when he.
Black sedan is the vehicle driven.
That's when that car.
Kewon, who is then the shooter.
And if he had a gun sitting out there, but I would have thought he would have been shooting if he had a gun. But at the time of that jerk, yeah. So he stopped. Then he stopped. See, I thought he stopped first. He stopped when he blew that tire out. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Cause see, I thought he stopped. I thought Kewon stopped first.
The victim.
But MO3 stopped after he jerked.
The black sedan is the vehicle driven by KEYGLOCK, who is then the shooter, based off of the evidence we have.
He trying to get that gun. It probably failed if he had one in there. It probably. Cause see, this was the thing right here to me. Even when MO3 got out and he wasn't moving fast enough for me. He just wasn't moving fast enough for me. I don't understand that. When he walked around, he kept his eye on the car. Yeah. He didn't start running until he got like right over here. So did he come out shooting? And that's what made him go ahead and cause his head was down. He must, okay. So he got out, pow, 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 pow. And that's what made him stop looking, crawl down, and run. Okay. Because his head was still in the car. Yeah, okay. Death was calling his name. Okay, Billy, what we doing? Who you with, Billy? Billy, are you trolling MO3 over here? Billy. Billy, what you doing? Billy.
You're gonna stop this.
Billy, you hear me? Billy, what you doing? AunTeaFee, you just gonna stop? Oh, he knew over here. Yeah. So now you gonna get, hey, exclusive. Hey, it's just me. Long live MO3. Billy! Boo boo. Yeah, you've been popping I'll let you. And then your comments started shifting. Yeah. And now I'm calling your name. I'm calling you out. I can't hear you. Billy boy. Billy girl. Billy goat. I mean, what we doing? Who is Billy? Billy up there. I'm trying to understand what Billy trying to say up here. You know, your comments kind of change. So you making me change with you. I done stop what I was doing to see what you on. What you on? What type of tea you sipping on? What you sipping? You knew over here. Oh, you didn't know AunTeaFee would call you out. Y'all better tell him. He looking like he in the principal's office. I was cool with that. Yeah, I was cool with that. Yeah. You said house money barely could pay the bills. Yeah, I was cool with that. Yeah. Can't stop how someone else retaliate. Okay. Death was calling his name. Okay, so what you on? That's all I'm asking. What you on, Billy? And now I'm asking you, you know, in your face. I can't hear you. Okay, so I'm just going to ask you on the cool. Pump your brakes with that. Is that all right? This is your first and final warning today. Okay, Billy? Billy? Can we go forward? Oh, Devin got court tomorrow? Billy D respect. Yeah, cause you know you making me stop. Cause you trying to be slick with it. And I don't know if you know AunTeaFee catch all of that. I saw you coming, so let's go. Yeah. Now, Granny, now Devin may not have that luck unless his grandmama, well, he from Chicago, see. So his grandmama ain't gonna have no retirement with the same judge and, you know, in the same building. And, you know, Yella saying none of them niggas put no money on my books. And you had already said everybody who played a part gonna have to, you know. So Devin ain't gonna have this luck. Don't play. Christopher, huh? They got the dame grandmama. When she came with her good wig on. Talking that thick. Talking that thick. Let's go, y'all. Yeah, I just, you know. Yeah, I just don't understand. I do understand, but hold on, let me turn this around. And that guy we listened to yesterday, hold on. That guy that they said, hold on, was they say was the guy, the doctor guy. They talking about he saw doolies and all this stuff just sitting on the side of the road. Where you see them on the side of the road? They working over here. That's construction. Yeah, so what you was saying didn't add up either. Who cousins? See, he ain't running fast enough for me. So he I don't know what he thought until old boy got out shooting. He got out shooting. That's why he stopped looking. Cause he wasn't running fast around there. That's a rumor, exclusive. That's a rumor. That's a rumor. Ain't nobody been able to. Devin ain't said that, nor has YELLABEEZY. They also said Jay Prince paid a bond. They found someone with long legs. I don't even think YELLABEEZY was concerned. He just knew that this guy was a crash out and already had some bodies up under him.
Does not return into the frame.
That's what I think.
The only other things that the state would like to proffer as far as this bond hearing,
They're about to drain them pockets. They sure is.
a probable cause affidavit, of course, since it's a grand jury referral. Defendant KEWONWHITE was also indicted. You do have his murder.
I think he didn't think they would shoot like that in traffic, probably.
Indicted at that same time.
But they blew out this tire.
In cause number F2175377 for Dr. Randall Graham.
He looks stupid.
Sustained injuries. A neurosurgeon who was heading north on I-35 that day and was struck as well. However, he did survive.
Why he not being charged for?
The last thing that I would proffer at this time would be that there were a total of 44 fire cartridge casings.
And support the platform.
Style of firearm as far as the caliber that were recovered on the freeway on November 11, 2020.
That was what? What was recovered on the freeway?
For Dr. Randall Graham, who also sustained injuries, a neurosurgeon who was heading north on I-35 that day and was struck as well. However, he did survive. And finally, Your Honor, the last thing that I would proffer at this time would be that there were a total of 44 fire cartridge casings, all from the same style of firearm as far as the caliber that were recovered on the freeway on November 11, 2020.
Oh, okay, the casings. Cause the gun
And at this time, around the state of arrest.
was recovered at Devin. The gun Kewon had was recovered at Devin's.
Judge, this time we call Ms. Alexander to the stand.
Oh Lord, all the batteries locked. What in the world? Yeah, oh, let's stop for Granny. Let's stop for Granny. Hold on. Lord, oh, the battery's low. Let's stop for Granny. Get the lights up. Oh, the batteries are low. It's been one of them days. I should have sent you the link exclusive. How you come up here with me today. But I don't want to fight with you. I should have added you to the live. Oh, never mind. I should have added you to the live as a guest, exclusive. But when I thought about it, I said, I ain't finna fight with him. I could have added you as a guest. Let me see. Oh, no, that's that green screen. Yeah, if at the beginning, I could have sent you a link. Okay, y'all ready to grin in here? AunTeaFee, when you get time, will you check and see if it's out? If what's out? If what's out? Is what out? Yeah, oh, it's definitely a conflict of interest. He couldn't been related to me. Baby. I couldn't have been related to MO3. And his greasy granny with holes in her panties.
All from the same style of firearm as far as the caliber.
And the firearm was found at DEVINBROWN's house when he got busted. Some of this stuff I'd already told y'all.
And at this time around state of arrest.
Oh, if he out. Oh, okay.
This time we call Miss Alexander to the stand.
Yo home girl. Yo home girl, Judge. You sitting back here with all your peoples. And I think Miss Alexander is the stripper's mama. His daddy grandmama, or daddy mama, I think. Cause she act like she didn't know nothing about that's your home girl.
Miss Alexander, could you introduce yourself to the court and spell your last name for the court order?
Yes, my name is Alma Jean Alexander, Alexander. I'm Marquis' grandmother.
You be down at RJ's. What's that club? The Blues Palace.
No, I retired from Dallas County in 2014.
Now, when you tell the judge you retired from Dallas County in 2014, what was your occupation?
Deputy clerk.
And just for the record, a deputy clerk, what does a deputy clerk do?
Process paperwork from the attorneys for the judge. Basically handle the paperwork for the courts.
So she cool with the judges and the attorneys.
Back in the clerk's room, where in the old days we had a lot of paperwork
The lawyers would take the file, take it back to the clerk. You would handle the file stamps and put all the papers into the file
And type up the judgments.
type up the judgments. Can we back up a little bit and just tell the judge a little bit
Wait a
about
minute.
where were you born and when did you move to Dallas County?
I was born in Washington, Arkansas. I moved to Dallas County when I was.
Y'all, wait a minute. They
So I've
should
been
have
here
definitely
like
be.
63 years.
How many years?
And being Marquise's grandmother, could you?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but it look like that. I don't know. Hold on, cause it's saying, okay, let me understand these. Okay, so they haven't removed the 2 million. But they have put that 750. Hold on, let me let y'all see what I'm talking about. Cause I was finna say they done added something else, but it looked like they added that $750 reduced bond and didn't remove the 2 million. Cause when I went to go and check, this is that total it was showing, 2.75. And I said, whoa. So I don't know why they did it like that, but there go that 5. He got that for that special program. So he's still in there because he got to be fitted. And because he was playing with that paperwork and lying about this, that, and the other, he still got to get clearance. But why is it up under here? He got 5,000 here. But this is that special program for that monitor. And there go that same case number. But it had that 2 mil here. And then I see this 750. And that's how we getting that 2.75. They didn't remove this one right here. But so far, he's still in there. He's still in there. They just recently added this. But they should have removed this one. But it's the same case number. Warrant number. But he ain't been to Denton yet, have he? He ain't been to Denton yet. They didn't take that hole off on Denton right here. He still got that hole for Denton County. Now I guess if Denton don't come, T Brown on yesterday. Y'all see that hole still there. He got that bond reduction on a capital murder, but he still got an issue going on in Denton. Do he know that? I meant that it should definitely be a conflict of interest. Oh yeah, it should. Because that's her homegirl. That's where she used to work. And those are the judges and the attorneys that she worked for. She knew that going in. That's why. Let that be the reason why his mama ain't there speaking on his behalf. They let who know that system, who she friends with, represent him right here to get this reduction. She had already phoned a friend. She had already talked to the judge. Emma Jean had already made the phone calls. Okay? Let that be the reason. But he still got a hold for Denton. Now, I don't know what type of power grant he have, but if I was Miss Nicole now, see this right here, This is what they need to be beefing about. This is what they need to be talking about. Instead of worrying about what Rainwater done and ain't doing. See, this is what I'm talking about. They expect for Rainwater to do everything. But when mama, brother, cousin, uncle, aunt and them need to put their foot down and talk about something, this is what they need to be talking about. You understand what I'm saying? Not the internet shit. Okay? Okay, respectfully. Because if he was related to me, this right here would be a problem. Big problem. He asked her, didn't you work here? This the building you work? Yeah, you work with the judges and the attorneys? That's a conflict of interest. Miss Nicole and them need to get on that.
And type up the judgments.
Can we back up a little bit and just go?
This is how you know Rainwater ain't got no power. Yeah, see, he worked it out for his case. He can't do shit on this one because he ain't got no power. A favor for a favor. Miss Emma Jane. Yeah. So y'all need to be raising some noise about it being some conflict of interest. Yeah. And stop worrying about what Rainwater shouldn't have played this, shouldn't have done that, and get on the horn about her getting this bond reduction as a favor because she used to work there. And her lips are flipped because she got a smart ass mouth. Yeah.
About where were you born and when did you move to Dallas County?
I was born in Washington, Arkansas. I moved to Dallas County when I was 11. So I've been here like 63 years.
And being Marquise's grandmother, could you explain the dynamics of your family as far as where they located and how many grandchildren do you have and where does Marquise
So this is the grandmother that he claimed he from Oak Cliff because of
Okay,
her.
Marquise was my first grandchild. I have 11 grandchildren and 8 great-grands. Of course, Marquise being the first grandchild, we were always close because you're excited with your first grandchild. So you try to do everything you can and instill in them good values.
Yeah.
God.
They kill me with that. They gotta blame somebody.
A lot of his family members, he helps everybody in the family.
But ain't nobody in his family gonna say nothing about this.
It's hard sometimes because when you have people pulling on you and you just trying to stretch money, you know, it doesn't always pan out. But
Y'all Billy back.
never need it.
Yeah, he was over there by Oliver Winter Homes. Wasn't it over there by Homes
Just a minute.
in the front yard?
When you say
Playing with a snake or looking for a snake? Or somebody snaked him or something like that.
Did he go to public schools here in Dallas County?
Yes, he did.
Was he born and raised here in Dallas County?
Yes, he was.
Man, quit lying.
Does he currently work here in Dallas County?
Yes, he's an entertainer.
Okay, and as an entertainer, so we can explain to the court, what type of entertainment does he do?
Music.
See, this is what's funny to me. This is what's funny to me. See, what she doing is what everybody else would have done. But when MO3 did that, they wanted to say, no, he wasn't born and raised from Dallas because he was born in McKinney. Marquise wasn't born in Oak Cliff. You lying. He came later. But because he been there damn near all his life, you gonna say he was born and raised in Dallas. Everybody else would have too. But they tried to charge MO3 up and say he wasn't. Then he had to break down, you know, his tenure in North Dallas, in Dallas. But she know good and damn well he wasn't born and raised in Dallas. He came to Dallas later on. Hell, he lived in Lancaster. Lancaster ain't Dallas. She said he was born and raised. Like he been there all his life. You lying. You lying. You lying. But in you lying, what you doing is what we all have done. It was never a problem until it was MO3. I bullshit you not. No, you can't talk. No, Billy, you think you can talk to mind your business like that? I mean, stop playing like that for real. For real. You a guest. Look at here, y'all. Listen. Billy, you a guest, baby. You are a guest. Stop playing. Handle your business. Y'all say bye to Billy. Stop playing. You have the pleasure, baby. You handle that. You are a guest, and you need to learn how to stay in the guest place. We don't know you from around these parts. We don't know you. So yeah, you might stop playing. Bye, Billy. I told you only had, that was your first and final warning. Bye. Y'all say bye to Billy. Beat it. Beat it. No one wants to play with Billy. Yeah, get your ass on the, it's taking you too long. Stop playing. Oh, no, boo. Oh, he gone. Oh, okay, you got him. Oh, okay. Carry on. Yeah, I'll say bye to Billy. I tried to tell him. You think you finna come for, stop playing? You done lost your mind.
Has he done well in his music career?
Yes.
In the music career, you have a persona, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And as a persona out there for your career is different within the family fold, is that right?
Right.
In being your grandson, did he go to church here in Dallas County?
Yes, he went to church with me often. That was one of my requirements when he'd spend the weekend.
And how did
Oh, later, bye. What church?
With Marquise?
When he spend the
When he's
weekend.
in town, 2 or 3 times a week. When he's out of town, sometime once a week.
His relatives, are they here in the courtroom today?
Yes.
And is his mother back there in the courtroom?
Yes, she is.
Why she not up there?
Did you just tell this Kimberly Rush?
Right.
Kimberly Rush.
His family here, are they all here in Dallas County or Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex?
Vicinity, yes.
Are you here to just tell the judge he has sufficient ties to this community?
Yes, he does. He does.
Now, as far as, does he have any children?
Yes, he has 2 sons.
And how old are his children?
5 and 7.
Is he, have you observed him being involved in his children's life?
Yeah, we go to football games for the little ones all the time. He's always got them in sports.
Okay, so he's out there in the community.
Oh, you just deleted the message. You didn't get him out of here? Oh, he gotta go.
Yeah, I call him the Joe Jackson of the sports.
Oh, no, Billy gotta go. You just deleted a message.
Joe Jackson being Marquise?
Yeah.
He gotta at least go for the day.
Michael Jackson's father, you know how he pushed them to be great and good, so I said that's what he's trying to do with his boys.
I'm glad you cleared that up. There's the Joe Jacksons. I can get that Joe Jackson.
Yeah, he gotta at least go for the, yeah.
Well involved in his family.
Yeah.
She's telling the judge he's from Dallas County, significant ties, and he's involved with his family. As far as you're aware that he is been arrested for this charge
Yes.
of payment for hire for a murder. And this happened back in 2020. You're aware, you saw the video when you heard the prosecutor talk.
Yeah,
about
Joe
it.
Jackson.
Yeah,
When I heard Jackson, I was finna say, oh,
Right.
not the one that passed.
How
What
long
about
has
the
he been in
same?
jail?
Oh, 8 days since last Thursday.
The bond set at $2 million. Has he been?
You know, even Lil Wayne, didn't none of your partners help you?
He's still sitting here. No, he hasn't.
Where
Why he don't have it?
their version of the fact.
Right.
How long has he been in jail?
Oh, 8 days since last Thursday.
The bond set at $2 million. Has he been able to post that bond and get out of jail?
He's still sitting here. No, he hasn't.
We're asking the court for a $250,000 bond based on,
Oh,
do
that
you believe that?
they was asking for a $250 bond. So in essence, they wanted it reduced 90%. It wasn't a $2 million, and he was supposed to be able to put up $200K. So he wanted the bond reduced to $250. He said, well, I could just add 50 to the 200 that y'all wanted me to pay, and that's what I want the bond reduced to. I ain't gonna just act like I'm just trifling and just ask for the 200,000 bond. Since y'all wanted me to pay 200,000, I add 500 to that. That's what he was asking for. Not it's on me, baby. It's on me. It's on me, baby. It's on me. How something on your ass and you ain't got no money? How you gold, platinum, and all this type of shit here, and you ain't got no money? Now, $250,000 would be okay for me, you know. I'd be like, hey, you know, give it to me, give it to me. But you hiring hitmans and shit, and you ain't got no money. So you didn't think that your ass was gonna get caught, did you? I don't know why. You know they was breathing down your damn neck. So that's why your ass may still be in there a little bit longer. Cause y'all had only thought that y'all was gonna have to come up with 10%. Y'all. Really? Now, seriously, y'all. Hey, Gwendolyn. So to me, for real now, I'm serious. Y'all really playing in our face. Your grandmama and them really thought that they was gonna play with that paper. See, she should have left it. She should have left it at that 2 million. She should have added some more, another M to it. For the simple reason is that you play with the paperwork. That's what she was talking about when she said that you not taking this shit serious. If you think I'm gonna let you out and reduce your bond to $250 and all you gotta pay is 10%. On a capital murder, Really. I have a huge problem with that. Cause see, that's a homegirl. They done had tea and crumpets together. They done added a little something on one of them breaks and shit. Or maybe behind in the office and behind them closed doors. They done had, you know, girl, meet me at, what is it, the Blues Palace, where the hands at, you know, all that shit. And you gonna make a mockery out of this. That's what y'all was planning to do. Cause only person went up there on his behalf is his granny who used to work there. Y'all see that? And then y'all asked him for $250,000 cause he ain't got it. Cause if he had it, he would have been out by now. But he still got the houses and shit, they say. Again, to me, if he was my family, this is what I expect for the nobles to get on top of. Not Rain, Mama Nicole, Corey, baby mamas, Aunties, daddy. Okay? And I am serious as a heart attack. Because they finna play in y'all face. This is a clear indication that they gonna play in your face. That's a stunt. He done lied on paperwork. Playing broke cause his granny was gonna get that Lord where they could afford it and get it out. So when she said, do y'all think y'all can come up with it? We probably can. Cause y'all was looking at 10% of 250,000. She an OG, y'all. Her ass be hanging out in South Dallas at the Blues Palace and shit.
Mr. Conway proposed for $250,000.
I'm pretty sure we can get it together.
I'm sure you can too.
And are you
Hell, I could come up with 10% of that.
proposed for $2 million?
No, it's not.
That's witness.
Wow.
Yeah,
They tried to flex. You ain't never lied.
My name is Tommy Adams. If you have any questions with my questions, I don't form them in a good way, please just ask me to repeat myself and I will do so, okay?
Okay.
I appreciate you being down here. I'm sure this is not an easy day for you.
Stop playing with Granny. She playing in y'all face.
You worked for the Dallas County within the clerk's office up until 2014, correct?
Correct.
Now, Ms. Alexander, are you aware that there was a...
He got a knot right there.
That judges could set bonds on different level offenses within this courthouse?
Yes.
And are you aware that that bond schedule has since been done away with and was subject to a federal lawsuit against all the district judges within Dallas County?
Oh, whoa.
No.
Oh, playing with bonds. Hold up, what? Hold up, what?
With you worked for the Dallas County within the clerk's office up until 2014, correct?
Correct.
Now, Ms. Alexander, are you aware that there was a bond schedule that judges could set bonds on different level offenses within this courthouse?
Yes.
And are you aware that that bond schedule has since been done away with and was subject to a federal lawsuit against all the district judges within Dallas County?
No.
Oh! Bam. So while Granny was there, when she was working there was a bond scandal. Didn't they have one of them in Houston not too long ago? Tea sippers. Y'all remember? that bond scandal that they had in Houston, and about 55 people got busted in yeah. So what this attorney is saying, now, since you worked here and retired here, you do know that there was a scandal here in Dallas County. When you was working here. So them games and shit that y'all was playing when you was working here, the judges and shit got in trouble. That's what he telling her, y'all, on the cool. Are y'all picking up what they dropping? Yeah. So what you thought was happening, see there? I told you, they was playing in your face. Y'all see that? He had to remind her. And then he gonna ask her, well, did you know that their asses got in trouble? No, I didn't.
Good morning, Miss Alexander.
Good morning.
My name is Tommy Adams. If you have any questions with my questions, if I don't form them in a good way, please just ask me to repeat myself and I will do so, okay?
Okay.
I appreciate you being down here. I'm sure this is not an easy day for you.
Show smart ass mouth.
You worked for the Dallas County within the clerk's office up until 2014, correct?
Correct.
Now, Ms. Alexander, are you aware that there was a bond schedule that judges could set bonds on different level offenses within this courthouse?
Yes.
And are you aware that that bond schedule has since been done away with and was subject to a federal lawsuit against all the district judges within Dallas County?
No.
Okay.
She said no. He said damn.
Now, when you talk about your grandson being an entertainer, I mean, he's more than just an entertainer, correct?
Yes.
Her line ass.
Double platinum artist, correct?
Right.
Now, going back to 2020 and the years leading up to that, well, let me ask you this. Are you aware of your grandson owning a 2017 Denali?
Yes.
And what is that Denali, what is special about that Denali?
It's bulletproof.
It's bulletproof. Now, Ms. Alexander, I can't imagine in all your years working here at the clerk's office that you ever felt like you needed a bulletproof vehicle.
I don't need one.
Now, Ms. Alexander, would you agree with me that in 2020 and the years leading up to 2020, that there was a lot of stuff going on in the city of Dallas surrounding, and to be quite honest, our victim, Melvin Noble, and your grandson, Marquise Conley?
I try not to delve into Facebook and hearsay.
He didn't ask you nothing about
myself,
Facebook.
So,
Well, let me ask you this way. Are you aware your grandson was shot in Plano?
yeah, I was there.
He didn't ask her anything about Facebook.
Were you?
I was at the hospital.
Correct, okay. But you would agree with me that even if you're not on Facebook, I mean, this stuff was on TMZ. I think your grandson even did an interview on TMZ with those folks on live TV about this. So you're aware that there was a back and forth going on in this city involving your grandson as well as Mr. Noble, the complainant in this capital murder case. You're aware of that at least, right?
Yes, I'm well.
Okay. Is that the reason your grandson felt the need to get a bulletproof Denali?
No, he felt the need because people are jealous and you don't know who's gonna do what, when or where.
Okay, pause. She just said her grandson wasn't afraid. He didn't feel like his life was in danger. That ain't why he got that bulletproof. Ain't that what she just said? He asked her, is that why he got it? And she said, no. That ain't why he got it. He got it because they was jealous of him. Is that what y'all heard? Because he got a bulletproof, not because what was going on the back and forth with MO3. Did y'all hear that? Because, hell, she working for 3. Did y'all hear that? Or can I back that thing up? Let me back that thing up. Let me back it up.
Yeah, somewhat.
Yes, somewhat.
Is that the reason your grandson felt the need to get a bulletproof?
I want to hear him back and forth.
Grandson, as well as Mr. Noble, the complainant in this capital murder case. You're aware of that at least, right?
Yeah, somewhat.
Look, I mean, this stuff was on TMZ. I think your grandson even did an interview on TMZ with those folks on live TV about this. So you're aware that there was a back and forth going on in this city involving your grandson as well as Mr. Noble, the complainant in this capital murder case. You're aware of that at least, right?
Yes, somewhat.
Yeah, somewhat.
Okay. Is that the reason your grandson felt the need to get a bulletproof Denali?
No, he felt the need because people are jealous.
So Granny said he wasn't afraid. He didn't feel nothing about whatever was going on. So when people saying that Mo3 did this, Mo3 that, Granny said, him's Granny said, that ain't what that was. So all the people in the world like they're saying, y'all know Mo3 this, Mo3 that. His granny said her grandson did not feel threatened enough to get his Denali bulletproof because of what was the shooting back and forth. She said that is not why he got it. He got it bulletproof because people are jealous of him. Now, I hope these attorneys is writing this shit down. Because later on when the trial starts, don't come back saying he was afraid for his life, this, that, and the other. That's why he got his cars bulletproof. Because you said no, that ain't why he did it. He did it because they was jealous of the light-skinned little boy who could half-ass rap. But you know, he really wasn't that good because all he had was, it's on me, baby. But I ain't got no money, so I can't pay for shit. I wasn't supposed to say that. I can't believe she said it. I heard it with my good ear. Look at her mouth. Smart ass. She one of them. Yes, you know, she can have ass open her mouth because she wants to talk like she's prim and proper. Yeah. Y'all come on, hit the like button. Let's go. Support the platform.
Now, what we're complaining in this capital murder case, you're aware of that at least, right?
Yeah, somewhat.
Okay. Is that the reason your grandson felt the need to get a
Victoria.
bulletproof Denali?
No, he felt the need because people are jealous. and you don't know who's gonna do what, when or where.
Hell, so he got it for a whole bunch of people then. Y'all hear Granny? Y'all in the bushes, do y'all hear Granny? Yeah, she spent time on that wig,
Are you
Vicky.
aware of whether or not he had to, if a denali comes that way off the lot, or do you have to actually pay money to get something like that done?
I have no idea how it happened, where it happened, why it happened. I just know he had it.
Sure. And as far as
Emma Jean.
your grandson being in custody for approximately
Hey,
8
Brian.
days, defense asked you initially how long he'd been in jail and if he was able to make a $2 million bond. And your initial answer was, no, he hasn't. And then when they followed up with whether or not he can make a $2 million bond,
Jealous. She sure did.
that's when you said, no, he cannot, correct?
Right.
Now, especially with all of your experience here in the county and working in the clerk's office, sure aware that when somebody has a $2 million
I need about 8.
bond, they can pay
I need about 8
10%
likes.
of that, correct?
Yes.
With the bonds been settled. Now, your grandson is a double platinum recording artist, correct?
Correct.
You got tight ass lips.
A mansion in Frisco, correct?
Correct.
So he
And
got
houses in
a.
other states, correct?
And I'm not aware of that.
Are you aware of him paying and helping to support other individuals in the family and also extended family and friends?
I'm not into his business like that.
You know everything else.
You agree with me that your grandson is substantially well off?
Now she don't know nothing, y'all.
He might used to be, but if he could make a $2 million bond, he'd be out.
Would you agree with me, though, that there's a difference between can, want to, and choosing not to?
I'm aware of all of those things, but I know he don't want to be in here, so I know if he could afford it, he'd be out. Plus, he has a...
He don't want to be in there, and you done told him you can get him out. Cause your friends are in there, and you didn't know that they had gotten in trouble before for setting them low ass bonds and shit. So things done changed, and people done got in trouble since your old ass been gone. You say you didn't know, but I know your ass know, cause you knows it like that. Okay? Yeah. You know, you just thought that you could rub enough elbows, calling enough favors. Yeah.
The bills, he don't just have money laying around.
Well, all them other kin folks, yours and everybody else who bills he pay, y'all need to pay him back his money. He should have thought about that before he hired somebody to kill somebody. He didn't know that. He didn't know his bond was gonna be high. You didn't know that? Yeah.
Now, Ms. Alexander, you testified that your grandson has significant ties to this community, correct?
Yes.
A mansion in Frisco. He can't put this mansion up?
Dallas area.
Correct.
As far as how much time he spends in the city of Dallas, or more or less Dallas County.
Yeah, 'cause his granny was gonna work that
out. Do you know approximately how much time he spends in the greater Dallas area? per month?
I'd say 3/4 of the time.
3/4 of the time.
He got about, yeah, I saw that the other day. He bent their head down somewhere, and I said, is he balding? Who are you?
As far as his ability to travel and nature of that, like planes and getting around, you're aware that he travels quite a bit via private jet, commercial, all of that, correct?
Hey, Connie.
Yes.
Does he have access to his own private jet?
I need 5 likes.
Do you know approximately how often he does fly private?
No, I don't.
But when he does that, he would be having to pay for those bills as well, correct?
Correct.
Do you agree with me that flying private is not the cheapest thing in the world to do?
Yes.
Nothing further from the state line.
Anything else from the student?
No further questions, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, ma'am. You can step down.
I stopped to my ma'am. You know her. You should say, girl, go and get down. I'll meet you tonight.
Another witness.
Judge, I was going back to proffer we discussed back in Chambers. May I make a proffer, Your Honor?
Yes.
They just said discussing with the proper back in the chamber.
How often he does fly private?
No, I don't.
But when he does that, he would be having to pay for those bills as well, correct?
Correct.
Do you agree with me that flying private is not the cheapest thing in the world to do?
Yes.
Nothing further from the state line.
Let's listen.
Anything else from the student?
No further questions, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, ma'am. You can step down.
Yeah. In the chambers, though.
You have another witness.
Judge, I was going back to proffer we discussed back in Chambers. May I make a proffer, Your Honor?
Yes.
Judge, a lot of us have been down here at this courthouse for 30 years. I'm not going to go over the law. I know you understand the bail bond and how we have been in law. I just wanted to point out in some of these cases where there's high profile, in the state versus Michael Lucky, that was a capital murder case. That was in criminal district court number 7, the court that we're in. That was a high-profile case. That case involved an NBA player that was initially set by the magistrate in the jail with a probable cause affidavit, where they had knowledge of the facts from what the police said. And that bond was originally set at $500,000. It was later reduced by the court to $100,000 with conditions.
That's when they was doing that illegal stuff.
Co-defendant in that case, Larry Jenkins, cause number F2076397. This is the same set of facts case where the magistrate with a probable cause affidavit set it for $750,000. Another case in the state of Texas versus Antoine Franklin, Capital murder case 522-76141. This involved a famous football player out of Oklahoma. That case was set by the magistrate for $500,000. Again, probable cause affidavit. It was later reduced by the court to $200,000. Judge, in dealing with the bond schedule, you have bond conditions that require electronic monitor. They have several conditions of probation, check-in, and curfews. We're proffering to the court here that the court has set bonds down here in Dallas County where the typical murders range between $150,000 and $200,000. And a capital murder can range in these cases in between $500,000 and $750,000 where the magistrate set it. The thing in this case that we're proffering, the magistrate had no probable cause affidavit. They had no facts. And in this case,
They wasn't murder for hires.
the bond to be reduced in these facts. We'll argue here, but I just want to proffer those three cases.
Anything else?
We're closing it, we'd just like to argue.
State.
Your Honor, I would just, if I could, just briefly, I would also like to proffer these two cases since defense has brought up some cases that have come here from Dallas County. The first one I would like to bring up is F2475475. Defendant's name is Chaz Booth out of the 194th Judicial District Court. He is currently sitting in jail on a capital murder charge for $2 million. That defendant is not a celebrity, a basketball player, a football player, a musician, an artist, or anything like that.
He don't have no attorney.
What's the bond on that?
$2 million.
Oh, $2 million.
He's a 20-year-old who is charged with capital murder. Additionally, we have Jordan Mellons, who was recently sentenced F2377243, also a capital murder, and his bond was set at $1.5 million, and I believe that was in the 282nd Judicial District Court. And that's, as far as cases, I'm not going to keep going.
Don't play with Texas.
I'm not going to go back and forth, so that's all we have as far as rebuttal and
Your arguments?
We'll wait and reserve the right for rebuttal.
All right.
Judge, I'll begin and then Mr. Gucci will finish up. Your Honor, as you know, under 1715, the court considers certain facts in the bond reduction hearing and determining whether to reduce the bond. Here in this hearing, the court has before you introduced two arrest affidavits. There is not the arrest affidavit of a client that does not exist, but you do have reviewed the arrest affidavits of KEWONWHITE and Mr. Brown. Those arrest affidavits were taken on KEWONWHITE was December 8, 2020, DEVINBROWN, March 18 to 2021. The offense itself is approximately 4 years and 4 months ago when it occurred. You carefully reviewed those affidavits to set out how the offense, when you saw the video, Nowhere in those affidavits is there any mention of our client, any mention of his role, any mention of connection to this case in either one of those affidavits that you have before you that you consider. As far as the proffer given by the state, they choose what they can proffer. They said they have one person who overheard the conversation after the incident that happened on the highway, in which he heard money being discussed and our client present at that during that conversation about paying.
Okay. So, 4.5 years ago, however long ago, 2020, it came out then that, give my likes up, please, support the platform. Come on, y'all. Cause what's happening now is that so many narratives, so many new people coming in, so many new content creators, what they call them, crisis actors and shit, done came in the MO3 sector. It done went from the MO3 sector to a troll beef and roasting, so they doing all type of stuff. Some of the people who was involved on the phone, related to them, cool with them, used to sleep around with some of these peoples, the DRCs and PNGs and all these people. They in the MO3 sector, trying to keep their ear to the YouTube streets to change the narratives. Okay, so somewhere in there, some people who been here, they done got lost in the sauce. They done made friends with these people. They be acting like they dating them and shit. So they talk behind the scenes. They make money together. They throw out these narrative skits and plays for the audience. The subscribers, so that y'all can throw them money and cash apps and shit. Damn. I'm telling y'all the truth. When they discussed this, I was one of the ones that was like, no. So that's why y'all don't see me over there, too often, cause I've been here. A lot of these people that y'all be chunking y'all cash apps to, they are intentionally playing in your face. That's why I told y'all the other day that a lot of these people are cool. They are part of the network. I told y'all the other day that some of these people that y'all really think that done put this narrative in about rainwater, cool with rainwater. And if you pay attention, you'll hear them slip up and say, let me call rainwater. Let me get him up on the platform. If you really don't like him, if you really think he this, that, and the other, why he in your phone? You feel me? But show AunTeaFee no love. Absolutely. Stop playing. And we'll take the facts and run over there. Yeah. So my point in saying that is y'all gonna let these people continue to play in your face just like Granny did. She knowing good and damn well that yes, she was a part of that bond scandal shit. She was around during that time. See, you could tell I missed this earlier today because I was working. So she knew. That's why she thought she was gonna rub a little elbow. But boo-boo, since you've been gone, things done changed. Yeah. And if you don't want to get your homegirl and them caught up in that shit, that's why you come in here asking for $250,000. You playing in our face. So I said that to say, they playing in y'all face too. Let's be clear. And back in the day, it already came out that his I was trying to look for it, but then I said, ain't nobody send me no support. I ain't finna look up nothing. I ain't finna show him nothing. I'ma just tell him. Because I was over there about to pull it up and show y'all. But I pumped my brakes because y'all trying to play in my face like Granny was trying to play in our face. And I ain't having it. Not tonight. But I will tell you this. This scenario right here, this right here is the he, she girlfriend. When he did that interview and they asked him about didn't he used to date a transform, a conversion. It's been converted. Yeah. Didn't you used to date one of them? Didn't you shoot? Yeah. That's who heard the conversation. Okay? That's who heard the conversation when he was on the phone. That came out a long time ago. Folk just done forgot. So this informant, this special, yeah, because he tried to unalive her, him, it, whatever. Yeah, he tried to unalive. So they had an incident. He done been to prison behind that situation. Okay? Okay? So that's who they talking about right here. So that's why I made mention, is there a confidential informant, unless that person is in trouble and doing a proper, for this case, to get a deal on another case, that situation is two different people. Because who overheard the conversation about that money after? Were they going to be able to collaborate what is her name? I think it started with an S. I can't remember. And I'm not going to look it up because y'all ain't supporting me right. But that's who heard the conversation. That's who going to be used against KEWONWHITE. And when they talking about that 40K, whatever his former lover told them, okay? Whatever he told them happened. What he overheard, okay? Cause his by birth he is a man. Okay? Y'all with me here? So when you hear them talking about he said, he talking about his lover at that time, whom he was with, that he has tried to unalive. Okay? Yeah, that's who heard that. So what they about to say is whatever he said, they have been able to collaborate that, and with the bank statements and the amounts and everything that man told them, they was able to prove it. Okay, he not talking about KEWONWHITE, not right now. Let's go.
Any mention of connection to this case in either one of those affidavits that you have before you that you consider? As far as the proffer given by the state, they choose what they can proffer. They said they have one person who overheard the conversation after the incident that happened on the highway, in which he heard money
over the phone
discussed, and our client present at that during that conversation about paying money. You received no information in the proper as to the credibility of that witness, if they have a bias or a motive for coming forward now at this time, 4 years, 4 months later, with this information. You only have the...
That now, they may not have came forward until now. But Trust and Believe, that came out over 4 years ago. Now, why they waited until now to bring it up, I don't know. Something must have happened. But that came out a long time ago. That's his lover. That
And our client present had that during that conversation about paying money. You received no information in the proper as to the credibility of that witness, if they have a bias or a motive for coming forward now at this time, 4 years, 4 months later, with this information. You only have you don't even have a proffer that this was a confidential informant, which, you know, requires some time.
so the confidential informant is his ex-lover. Okay, T-sippers? T-sippers. We here? The confidential informant who has just decided, who has just agreed 4.5 years later that they're going to be a witness is, that's what that is. Which is probably, cause he was just popping his gums, acting like he gonna beat this, da 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 da. I don't have no tattoo on my neck, which content creators put that out there with that great recording that we had a long time ago, cause it wasn't as clear as it is now. And they just said, oh, I blew it up. There's a tattoo on their neck. They made that up. And that's why I'm saying, well, hell, if we're going to go with that scenario, Devin got a tattoo on his neck. Kewon don't, unless he done got one since then. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but 4.5 years later, that's Kewon. He shot her. That was out on the news and stuff. Ooh, it's finna get ugly.
But then, just that it's a person, you receive no information in the proper as to the credibility of that witness, if they have a bias or a motive.
Yeah, he tried to kill me.
Coming forward now at this time.
He's a killer.
4 months later, with this information, you only have you don't even have a proffer that this was a confidential informant, which, you know, requires some type of vetting. Just that it's a person who said they were present during this one conversation. And that's the only evidence that you have before you this hearing that connects them to this offense. The state also proffered a bank record that said there was after the incident in November of 2020, there was a withdrawal of $40,000 cash. No proffer was made as to if that money that was traced anywhere to the other defendants charged in this offense.
Oh, other what? Hold on, let me see. What did he say?
Confidential informant, which, you know, requires some type of vetting. Just that it's a person who said they were present during this one conversation. And that's the only evidence that you have before you this hearing that connects them to this offense. The state also proffered a bank record that said there was after the incident in November of 2020, there was a withdrawal of $40,000 cash. No profit was made as to if that money there was traced anywhere to.
No, because he paid it to a hitman.
Other defendants charged in this offense. You received no information of a text message, any message on social media platform that our client paid for this murder, any kind of remuneration, no recording of any sort, just this person who came forward and said he overheard this conversation. As far as the bank records go, the only thing in evidence before the court are records that were back in 2020 when they quoted two different accounts which accounted for $800,000. You've heard no evidence as to his current financial bank records and what is in there. You only have before you testimony of the defendant's grandmother who told you he cannot make the bond.
How she know?
Make the bond, he cannot make a $2 million bond. Well, let Mr. Weasel finish with the other parts of the argument.
Judge, thank you. I'm not going to go back over what Mr. Shook said. What the court has before you is a case that's been investigated for 5 years. And Mr. Klein is a citizen of this community that has no flight issues. He has not left this community. He stays in this community.
Wasn't he out the
His
country?
family is sitting right back here in the courtroom.
Kill his family, probably kill us too.
This community. A big factor of this is that he has significant ties to this community. The current bond conditions that you have in place with a leg monitor would be whatever concerns that the state may have or the court may have to know where he is. His grandmother has worked down here and understands how to communicate with the court. We have people and the bond restrictions of that. The court is aware of how significant the bond restrictions are in keeping them.
His grandmother was supposed to be the beginning and the end of this bond hearing, y'all.
This is a significant, oppressive, and punitive bond, and under the law, in our opinion. We believe that the magistrate, when she set this bond, did not have any evidence in front of her and set it high. We also believe that after 8 days, had he had the money, he would have posted it. And he's sitting here in jail. And that
Looking hulled out.
cases that the state and I have talked about, the court is well aware of a wide range that you have. But given these facts that Mr. Shook went over with no corroboration, we don't know anything about their case, this witness, who they are, the court doesn't. And to give the facts that we're asking you to reduce this bond to an appropriate amount where he can abide by the conditions and come to court and we can fight this case.
Thank you. State.
Yes, Your Honor, just briefly. In regards to an individual's ability to pay the bond, Ms. Alexander testified specifically that she is not involved in her grandson's business.
Right.
And keep up with his financial stuff.
Right.
She really was not in a position to testify what he can and what he cannot afford. She did testify that
Facts.
he is a double platinum, I believe as of recently 2 weeks ago, recording artist. That he travels about a quarter of the month, that he lives in a mansion in Frisco.
Facts.
That he drives a Denali, a bulletproof Denali, which also will lead into safety concerns. So the only thing that court has as far as ability to pay or not to do it, or not having an ability to pay this bond, is the bank records which I proffered to the court, as well as his own grandmother saying that he's a successful artist living in a mansion up in Frisco that flies on private jets and travels. The important thing about the Denali is not just the fact of the cost and all of that, but it's the fact that when we're talking about safety concerns for the community, and one of the factors that the court should take into consideration is if this individual were to get out, is there a viable safety concern? The fact that the defendant has a bulletproof vehicle and drove one at the time and was arrested in it 8 days ago, that should tell you all you need to know. And that's not just based off of pure jealousy. Your Honor has been doing this long enough to know that is based off of something much greater than just pure jealousy. As far as safety circumstances,
thank you. Because she trying to play in our face.
As stated, a very high-profile case, and this defendant is very well known, not only locally, not only in the state, but nationally and internationally. The fact that this individual has the means and the resources and the reach to get to witnesses is a true concern that the court should also take into consideration. And that this was part of a bigger thing that was going on in 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, culminating in the death of Melvin Noble. The circumstances surrounding it are not only the offense in itself, but the circumstances building up to Mr. Noble's death. And Your Honor, I didn't want to go back and forth with the defense on proffering cases of bonds and $2 million and $3 million bonds, but the truth is, this is a capital murder for remuneration. And the defendant is charged with paying other individuals to take another human life. And he has the financial means and the reach to do it. In fact, I think it's important that there was another victim. This was at noon on I-35 leading into downtown Dallas. 44 fired cartridge casings. Who knows how many others were knocked away by the cars that kept driving by. Melvin Noble was hunted down on November 11th in 2020, a beloved son of Dallas. It could have been so much worse, and that's a terrible thing to say when it's a capital murder for remuneration, where he has paid another man to hunt down and kill somebody in broad daylight. Your Honor, based off of all the testimony and the facts that have been presented in this court, we'd ask that you leave the bond where it is at, currently at $2 million.
All right, let me have the exhibits, and then if you all will give me about 10 minutes.
Yeah. I'm having to change my title.
God, Brother John.
Yes. The defense did not have any exhibits, right?
No, you don't.
And this is just the video, right?
Yes.
Anything else that I need to take with me?
And we had 1 and 2 still.
Yeah, I still have.
Ooh, he looked horrible.
The defense did not have any exhibits.
No, you don't.
This is just the video, right? Anything else that I need to take with me?
And we are going to, so.
Oh, he look horrible.
Okay, the court ready? Yes, Judge. All right, the court's ready to make my ruling. The court is going to reduce the bond to $750,000. The court took into consideration, certainly, the biggest consideration was the offense, the severity of this particular offense. It's pretty egregious to watch that video. But the court also took into consideration the evidence or lack of evidence that the state presented. That was a factor also. Another concern I had was the financial statement that the defendant was to put on file. He didn't seem to take that very seriously at all. And that causes me a concern about whether or not he's taking seriously the allegations against him.
Yeah, you're not being truthful.
So I am going to set the bond at $750,000 with the bond conditions that were already set. But included on that, I want it to be very clear, Mr. Conway, that you are to have no contact, direct or indirect, no threatening or harassment of any victim, witness, co-defendant. If it's you or anybody on your behalf, there's going to be a problem. Do you understand that?
TRAPBOYFREDDY gonna get his ass in trouble.
So that's going to be a concern. And then I want to make sure that you provide the court with correct information regarding your personal contact. Because basically, this affidavit seemed to be your way of saying, forget y'all. I don't want you to open your mouth. Yeah. Seemed to be your way of saying, forget y'all. So
She said, shut up.
provide
Shut your ass up.
correct,
Yeah.
accurate information
He was finna.
with correct information regarding your personal contact. Because basically, this affidavit seemed to be your way of saying, forget y'all. I don't want you to open your mouth. Yeah. Seemed to be your way of saying, forget y'all.
Unflare your nose. Who you flaring your nose at, little old funny looking boy? Who you don't flare your nostrils either. Don't try to shake your head like no. You been lying. You thought your granny was the end all. She was gonna cover that for you. Shut up. And don't be flaring your nose.
Regarding your personal contact, because basically this affidavit seemed to be your way of saying, forget y'all. I don't want you to open your mouth. Yeah. Seemed to be your way of saying, forget y'all. So you need to provide correct accurate information regarding who is your person of contact should there be any type of problem. I hope that you're taking it seriously because your responses in this affidavit kind of indicate that you're not.
Yeah.
You understand me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is there anything else?
And your ass is gonna be found guilty.
Anything else from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, y'all, that's all, you know. Okay, y'all, I'm finna end it for today. That's all I have to say. I changed my title. That witness is Kewon's ex-lover, Shim. And yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do that research like that. Yeah, no. Yeah, because I don't remember that. I know where this is too much. I don't want to do that. He is going to run, I can tell. Yeah, yeah, because, you know, his granny know them folk. What she used to. Things done changed. But he gonna trip up and mess up. I can tell you that now. He gonna trip up. If he hang out with TRAPBOYFREDDY, he go back to the cliff, which started this shit for him, because he wanted to be down with the cliff. Yeah, that's not good. Granny was gonna play in the face. I'm glad that the state attorney just nipped that. Hell, you can't have it both ways. You can't know his business. You can't speak his business when it's convenient. And then when you ask him tough questions that may jam him up, then you don't know his business. Yeah, then you don't know what he can afford. Well, if he could, he wouldn't be in here. Yeah, he would. Yeah, cause he don't want to spend his money. Yeah. And he gotta put that mansion up. Yeah, he got a mansion. He got a deluxe apartment in the sky. Cause he moving on up, right? Yeah. When he thought all he had to pay was that money was one thing. When they wanted collateral, that became another. So let's get it lowered to a point where we can get you out. Yeah, they need to, yeah. It's time for you to start selling some things, sir. Because they say ain't nobody, somebody, who was that said that ain't nobody gonna insure him with no surety bonds and stuff? Because he a threat. They ain't gonna be able to recoup their money. Yeah, so, yeah. So he need to phone a friend. Arrow needs to front him a couple of mil. They booty buddies, ain't they? I wasn't supposed to say that. It's on me, baby. All them people that you've been fronting, you know, you've been paying their bills. They need to do a, what's that called? A fans only. Some folk need to do something strange for a piece of change. If you've been helping everybody, huh? This is when they need to, you know, exchange a favor. Because your ass is going, yeah, if the streets don't get you. They should have asked, is more than one of his cars. Is that the only one that's bulletproof? Is that the only one he drive in all the time? You just sit that down. Cause, you know, I'm sure after they saw you today, ain't nobody jealous of you no more. Have you seen? Don't do that. Don't do that. He said, his granny said, and he ain't scared of that. And he didn't get that bulletproof because of MO3. Ain't that what she said? Because they was going back and forth. She said that ain't why he did that. They just jealous of him. You see my grandbaby? Ain't he pretty? He my first. Everybody wanna but be yellow. Yeah. So that's why he got it, because he don't know what none of the people out there gonna do. It wasn't just about MO3. No, shit, no. He wasn't scared of that little old boy. It's them other people, you know. He got that bulletproof for. He be driving around in the cliffs. You gotta have, if you can afford it, you gotta have a bulletproof for the cliff, because hell, shit, everybody's shooting. But that little old boy, that ain't why he got that bulletproof. Baby, I couldn't be the attorney. I would play that in court. What his granny said. Yeah. She can't have both ways. So which one is it? Well, thank you. I don't know what I just did. I guess I was trying to say bye. Granny said, I ain't gonna forget that, y'all. Granny said it. He did not get that bulletproof because of MO3. That's what she said. I believe Granny. I believe Granny. And I would call Granny as a witness on the stand. When they started talking about what MO3 was doing and, you know, was he being a bully? Granny said no, he wasn't. She said he was jealous. He wasn't no bully. He wasn't, my grandson wasn't scared of him. Because my grandson pretty. He a pretty little old thing. You see his braids on his head? Ain't he cute? He looked just like me when I was little. I could pull out my baby picture, and me and Marky, we look just alike. That's what Granny was saying on the code. She said her grandson, he from Oak Cliff. He wasn't scared of him. That little nigga was from McKinney. Ain't that what they say? Okay, y'all, I'm through with this. The witness they talking about is Kewon Lover, ex-lover, the one he shot. Cause back in the day, before they start changing the narratives, that came out. Y'all better do y'all research. Okay? That's all I gotta say about that. That came out. I don't know which came first. Did he shoot her first? Him first or whatever first? Or was it MO3? I can't remember that. But I do know he tried to unalive him. Shim. Okay? Okay? That's who that is. So in essence, she testifying against her ex. So when they want to know what the motive is and whatever, I don't know if there's been a recent threat. I don't know if he got some. I don't know what it is. But that's Kewon's. And one more thing before I go. I was thinking earlier today about if there was a gun and if he was looking, cause none of that makes sense to me. None of that makes sense to me that Rainwater took the gun out the car. Did he take the gun out the car before they went on their trip or after? How did MO3 get home from the airport? Who took him home? Was that car at the airport? Okay, hold that thought. Cause he went home, shit showered and shaved before he went over there to get some ass. Okay? He went home. You mean to tell me that he went home knowing he was going to the cliffs and didn't take a gun with him? Okay? So if the gun, Rainwater wasn't there at that point when he went home and left to go to the cliff, he would have been strapped, right? Okay? Because I'm not going to assume that if he was slipping here from the airport to home without something, once he went home, showered, shaved, and went to go get him some, he didn't take something with him. And we need to stop acting like whatever gun that Rainwater took out, like that's the only ammunition that he had. Okay? You know, and I know that wasn't the only gun MO3 had. Okay? So let's just hypothetically say the gun that Rainwater took out of hell for him, he didn't give him back. By the time he went home, if he realized he didn't have it because it wasn't on him, it wasn't in the car seat, since y'all trying to say Rainwater removed it before he went and got some ass, right? When he went in there in the house, you reckon he would have picked up something else since he was heading to the cliff? Okay, so with that in mind, I'm saying now these folk done sat outside all night. They got the tower pinging, so they know that they was out there all night. 2 separate cars. Okay? At some point, I remember, because that Camaro or one of their cars was out there all night, somebody called the police and said that there was a suspicious man sitting out. Or did we forget about that? Oh, I wasn't supposed to remember. Yeah, I remember that. Okay? And if memory serves me correctly, all of that is on whoever ring camera phone. Yeah. Let's remember now and stop taking these narratives. So that came out a long time ago. Police was called because they sat out there all night. Okay? Okay. So since they was out there all night, who would have gotten in that car? Did somebody on the inside get the key and hit the button to unlock the door? For somebody to go in there and remove the gun? Then I said, well, didn't Ducky P and them, don't they have a car? Ain't that why that Monty Rose and them was doing them fake ass license plates and shit? Didn't Mr. Oak Cliff, didn't they have a dealership? Didn't Kewon, Kinfolk and them play with cars and shit? Didn't they do that? Buy here, pay here, buy here shit. So, reckon they could get in that car? Reckon they could get in that car? Yeah. So, could it be a possibility that the people who sat out there all night long, who knew he was in there getting busy, huh? Ducky P and them? Because they have a dealership right where, tote the note, pay here. I mean, because they know they going to have to slide in there every now and then and Jimmy and get in somebody's car that ain't paid their bills. Now, come on now. I mean, right? Right? I mean, come on now. Or somebody on the inside of the apartment can push the button while the nigga out because he done got him some and he's snoring and he just out. And they push the button to let somebody in the car open that motherfucking car. If it had one of them chip, chip, chip. You know what I'm saying? So it's a couple of things that could have happened. One thing is for sure. I don't believe that he left after he made it home to shit, shower, and shave, he did not leave there driving to the cliff without no gun. Now, I don't believe that. Okay? And if it was in the stash box, then I can believe that he couldn't get it in time enough. Because I'm going to be sure if it's just a button or a combo or something, he couldn't get it because old boy hopped out shooting. Okay? Okay? But on the other side, them people, Ducky P and them, my Monty Rose, Mr. Oak Cliff, Kewon, Kinfolk, because Kewon is related to Amani Rose. That's her nephew. Her troubled nephew. Yeah. Who's been through some things. Yeah. That's why he stayed in trouble. Yeah. So did he have access the same way he had access to paper plates, you know, paper license plates? It's the same way he would have access to being able to get into a car. Okay? All right, good people. I'ma holler at y'all later. Took a whole team. Took a whole team, and obviously a lot of money. Cause that 40K after the fact that's his back end. That wasn't his front end. He got paid up at the front end. He bragged about that. He posted about the payment that he got up front. Yeah. They put money on his head. Yeah, that's in that one in that blue outfit, that royal blue outfit. If memory serves me correctly, he was standing there with the money on his face, and you could see that Camaro right there in his surveillance camera. That picture. Do your research. Okay, good people. Peace and hair grease, baby.